Hello Libra, this is Joe with Divine Daily, and I'm going to do a general tarot reading for you for the month of March, starting from the 19th, carrying into the beginning of April. This could play out a little further into the month of April. A quick side note here, or a couple quick notes. I do read cards that jump out and fall out. I generally don't read reversals in a general reading. Sometimes I might. I read cards intuitively first, over and above the face value of the card and the traditional meanings. Also, if you have to make it feel like this fits for you, it's not for you. And you'll know it fits when it makes you feel something. You don't have to stretch it or force it into your current circumstances. I'm going to try and just do past, present, and future, and try and clarify that with a couple of different decks that I'm working with. So let's get started. This is Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading. It could be about anything. First card we have the Six of Swords. So you're coming from, what I get first of all is a feeling of maybe some defeat or being forced to move on, and that has probably put you in an unsure frame of mind, feeling unsure about your future. Nevertheless, you either are forced to move on, or you've made a tough choice to move on from a situation that has been most likely a burden in the past. So that's where you're coming from. The Two of Pentacles, having to maintain control and stability in your life with the big change that you are going through, on top of the current events right now as they are, as we all know, with everything going on. With everything that's everybody in this world is literally facing right now is pretty heavy. And so not only do you have this juggling, whatever this is, and we'll see if we can get more information out of that has caused you to either be forced to move on or having to make a tough choice to move on. And then you have currently having to I get the word that comes to me is to be having to be stoic, having to do many things at once because you don't have the choice, and you probably feel like you want to drop a few things to lighten your load. However, currently, this is probably not something you feel like you can do, but we will see. Let's see what's coming up in your near future. We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can be about a lot of things, right off the bat, I get the feeling that you are looking at what you have, and even though what you have is adequate, it's not fulfilling. It's not really what you had hoped it would be, and so this is why you are moving on. But I feel like you're kind of stuck in the past a little bit about some decisions you made, some choices you made, or even some decisions some other people made that has kind of put you in this situation. And like I mentioned, current events, it's causing things to feel quite a bit more somber, maybe anxiety, maybe feel a little bit heavier than they normally would. All right, Libra, let's see what else we can get here. My cat is just, I don't know what it is. Every time this card wants to come out, every time I am shuffling cards, doing a video, she's just not cooperative. All right, so let's see. We have the Knight of Wands. So this is moving, King of Wands. This is moving ahead in the face of fear, despite the fear. And that's really essentially what being fearless is not. Now the dog and cat are fighting. Not being, not afraid, but doing something even though you're afraid or scared or have anxiety about it. So that's what the King of Wands really is representing here with this Six of Swords. And then Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune, but this is a fated event. It's really, not only is it in a sense fated and maybe you believe is destiny or it's a part of your path, but this is also setting yourself free from where you're coming from. And this is, oh, it's too many. Now my cards are sticking together. So the world, I'm sorry, not the Wheel of Fortune, but the world is really, it's like, it's fated like it's supposed to be, like it's meant to be, but it's also essentially setting yourself free. So this wasn't like luck or serendipity. This is happening because, you know, you have the King of Wands, you made the decision, and that decision ultimately is what set you free. I'm gonna pull one more for this, see if we can get anything else. And so we have the Three of Swords. So I'm going to say this is most likely relationship related, and for most of you this is probably a romantic relationship that has been severed. Some of you, this could be a divorce, it could just be a bad breakup, or it could even be with somebody in your family, but I get this is more about love. Could be third party involvement, could be other people putting their essentially their nose where it doesn't belong. Some people stirring the pot. There could be somebody could have provoked this to happening. It could be something to that effect. We have the Five of Pentacles, and so this is definitely is almost a betrayal of your trust, a betrayal of your love and affection for this person, and feeling like you were taken advantage of, and that is the reason for this moving on. And we have the Seven of Cups again. So this is all about moving on. This is most likely about a relationship in which somebody has either been mistreating you, has been unfaithful, hasn't been honest, and there's other people involved in this. Could be somebody that has kind of provoked this to happen. But in the end, you made the decision to move ahead, and that's where you end up in your current situation. Two of Pentacles, feeling like you have more than maybe you can handle on your plate. Maybe you're trying to do too much, or this could represent your ability just to continue on and, you know, go through this without, you do have the King of Wands, maybe go through this without feeling like you aren't being nearly as affected. But I think that would be dishonest to yourself because you have the Four of Cups here. So obviously this has an effect on you. You have the Six of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles. I think this, generally the Six of Pentacles can be about, in a lot of circumstances, about the give and take. It could be feeling like you probably were feeling like you've been giving more, and this here also, see, you got all these pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles, and this moving ahead, this is more, I think, work related. You're putting your efforts into your work, into your anything creative. You're putting your efforts into other things to keep your mind off of this. And really, this is essentially the Eight of Pentacles is working toward a goal here. You have a goal that is something that probably you have not been able to put your efforts into because of the drama. You probably are finally feeling like, okay, I can do this because I have this person out of my life, and this is time for you to focus on yourself. You may find, because again, current events, you have more time to do these types of things. But this is definitely something creative. This is something that you probably have not been able to do for quite some time. You have the King of Pentacles, you have another King. This is really just a creative kind of feeling. So having not only the resources, but just having the intellect and the emotional, mental well-being, being in a better place to achieve some of the things that you've left behind, that you have not really have gone after. These are dreams that have been kind of just shelved, and so now you have all this extra time and these extra resources to do that. You have also the Page of Swords. So you might have somebody who's unhappy to see you doing so well. They may be kind of jealous. They might want to know what you're up to. So you may have some people that are sticking their nose in your current situation, and you have some people that might be nosy. This could be this person that you've severed ties with. It could be, if there's a third party, it could also be that both of them are being nosy or wanting to know what you're up to. So the Page of Swords is saying just kind of be careful, guard your social media, and you might want to keep things a little bit private. And one more card for this, we have the Ten of Wands. So you are moving on, but you're moving on with burdens. And then here we go, the near future, getting close to the beginning of April, you have the Four of Cups. So you're getting to the Four of Cups with these burdens. You're really not putting them down, and really the burdens are more about the emotional upset of everything and the upheaval. These aren't really burdens that are things that you can't immediately do anything about. It's like these are not like financial burdens. They're not things that you're stuck with. These are burdens, are things that you are carrying in your heart and in your mind. And to me, the Four of Cups is very representative of that, because you don't have to focus on that stuff of the past, but this is a choice. So you probably are going to be stuck in that for a while. That is a choice, a decision. But this Page of Swords probably is something that could kind of continue to perpetuate those feelings. If somebody is being especially nosy on social media or gossiping, you have the Six of Swords. So you have this again and again. So this Four of Cups, maybe you just getting stuck in the moment for a little bit. You thought you moved on, but then you kind of went back and revisited some of this. Maybe this Page of Swords could be them trying to work their way back in your life. You might feel like you get hung up on that for a little bit, but you get right back to the Six of Swords. You're moving on. You've made that choice already. You may just momentarily pause in that and even reflect in that, and kind of remember what your goal was, what it was you're doing. As far as what you're doing now with having more time on your hands, more free time, or more freedom to decide what it is you want to do or what you can do. You have Temperance, and I think this is something that it's saying to just chill out, cool off. Don't put your energy into the negative, but find your center. And if you are drawing from anything creative that you have decided to put your energy into, or if you've shelved some things that you've always said you wanted to do and you started doing them, and you're getting this interference, block out the interference. Don't let the interference in. Continue on with what it is that you are trying to do? What is it that this past relationship has hindered you from doing for a long time? So there's Temperance, and then you have the Four of Swords. And so this is like saying, this is right on top of Temperance. So this is the Four of Swords. It's okay, give yourself permission to do nothing, especially in light of the circumstances right now. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to kick off your shoes and curl up on the couch and take a nap. It's okay to not have to do anything right now. But most importantly, distance yourself from that past drama. Don't get caught up in it. Nine of Cups. So we have the Wish card. So probably sometime toward the first week of April, and this might play out a little bit longer, you'll probably be starting to feel like you are starting to become comfortable again with where you're at, and probably feeling like you have that ability to pursue your dreams and goals, things that you've always wanted to do, and you will be in a better place to start making that happen. You have the Star on the bottom of the deck, so you can't get any clearer than that. So, this is the foundation of the entire reading here. The Star is essentially how you get your wish, and that is believing in your ability to attract what it is that you want in your life. A lot of that is, what we put our energy into is really what we get the most of. And so after taking some time to yourself, taking a break, being okay with doing nothing, spending some time just being quiet and figuring out what it is that you are newly passionate about, or haven't really done in a long time. That could be any type of musical instrument, any type of art, writing, anything creative. This is like the perfect time to do that. And I think also right here we have the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck, which we pulled here. These were the first three cards that we pulled, the first three cards from this deck. So you have the Five of Pentacles here. This, to me, is like a warning that this is a place that you can go to in your head and in your heart, but it's not a place that really exists because you made the decision to move on. So it's a choice to be in this energy of the Five of Pentacles. You don't have to be there. You've already made the decision to move on, and this is like prime time for you to really tap into your really deep creative abilities, your deep ability to manifest. You have the Star, so you have everything going for you to overcome what it is that you've come from. And I think overall this is very positive. This is stuff that will probably play out for a very long time with you if you just stay grounded and really just give yourself permission to be you. Give yourself permission to be comfortable with your own person, and to not have to be so on guard of some person from the past who did you wrong and caused you a lot of hurt. Whether it's one or two people, whoever it is, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You are moving to a better place. So Libra, this is your reading. I'm sorry it was a little noisy in the background. I have like this cat and this chihuahua, and they just are nuts sometimes. And then if you feel like this fits with you, resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I could appreciate the feedback, and have a great day.